back, everyone. And you know, we've been having a kind of a cool time here during the break here, getting ready for the next half of Networking Arizona. My next guest has been on with me several times. The last couple times I think he had to be on the phone with this COVID going on, but now he's here. I'm so excited to have with me.
Pleasure to be back.
Jim Hostler, and he is a reverse mortgage specialist. He's written a book, Reverse Mortgage 360. It is a new perspective on them. We're going to open up the lines for people to get the book. And tell everybody sort of a little bit about yourself, but also what you mentioned before the show about what you want to talk about. Go ahead.
Thanks, Carol. Always good to be back. And I'm about a 30-year veteran in the mortgage profession. About 5 years ago, I decided to look at reverse mortgages, and then I think I got bit by them. So that's basically all I do. And since 2013, there have been a lot of changes. All of those changes, HUD is the Housing and Urban Development. They're the godfather that writes the rules, and they've changed them to protect the senior homeowner. So they have become a great loan.
They are a great loan, and they can be used many, many ways today. And one of the things that you said before you came on is security. We were talking security earlier about different things, but it is all about security today, and having peace of mind is also security.
Peace of mind and quality of life. And it's like we are living in really uncertain times, as we all know, on many different fronts. And let's add another definition to that, the security aspect. And the security is, we're old enough to remember 2010. And what happened to the brokerage account? What happened to your 401k? What happened to your retirement account? And as those lose value, your retirement becomes more expensive. I've never talked about rates until recently. We were, beginning in February, at historic lows on reverse mortgages. And why that's different than a traditional mortgage is that the lower the rate, the more equity, more cash that you get out of your home. So what a beautiful time to be looking at tapping into the equity in your home. And it's right now around 3% interest rate. And so having those funds available, maybe in lieu of tapping into your 401k. Maybe, I'm not a financial advisor, so there's my disclaimer, but maybe investing more money because the market's down. The point is, it's like it gives you choices, and the right answer is the one that works for you. But as I've said many times before, having the right answer and being proactive today is a lot smarter decision than having to react under the stress of something gone bad.
We've been talking about being proactive a lot the last couple of months with a lot of different things, our health, right? And so many things that you want to make sure that you are being proactive of. One of them is our peace of mind and having our retirement where we can live in our home happily and not having to worry, especially with right now with everything that's going on. It's crazy out there.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I told you a long time ago that, and I know I've mentioned it before with you, my dad had one years and years and years ago, and the reason why he needed one was because when his wife passed away, my mother, he didn't realize that the Social Security was going. He didn't think about it, you know, and then all of a sudden was like, oh, wait a minute. And at that time, his financial advisor had said, maybe we should look into this. And that was a long time ago. Now they're even better. And they're used for tools. Financial advisors are actually coming on board with you big time right now. Go ahead.
They are. And one of the things about that is reverse mortgages too are, I consider them to be their own profession. Anybody that's licensed as a mortgage loan officer in the United States can, if the company offers them, originate them, give you one. I would so not recommend doing that because they're so unique. It took me a couple years of studying them and doing them before I felt really proficient and good at knowing what's right. And one of those examples is the lowest interest rate may in fact be detrimental to the homeowner. That's counterintuitive to everything we've been taught for their entire life.
Well, I'll tell you what, he got himself so well versed on them, he wrote the book because he wanted to make sure everybody understood it. And you made it in layman's terms. The book is a great book. I believe that everybody should have the book. I tell everyone about it. I think it's an awesome book for people to have it. If you are how old? 62?
62, primary residence. If you're a couple, only one has to be 62.
And you know what? There's a lot of uses for it. You could be getting a divorce. There's a lot of different reasons to do it. There are people that out there that want to have it just to have. I know everyone that I know that has done a reverse mortgage is thankful that they have it.
I had a couple recently, about 6 months ago, do one. They owned a $500,000 home, literally $500,000 home, did not have a mortgage, and they were prolonging, they were in their mid-60s, they were prolonging taking out their Social Security to maximize that. They got a reverse mortgage just to get the line of credit, ended up with over $200,000 available to them. They didn't need it, they didn't want it, they didn't take it. How much more comforting is it to know, as you go into your retirement years, you just put in available to you for your life, because it can never be canceled. It doesn't cost you anything once you close the loan. It's there, and contractually it grows in value for as long as you stay in your home. So what better is it to have that money available to you? And it's like, oh, I want some money. I need some money.
Right, and you never know. Your children might need some money. That's what happens sometimes when you're retired and all of a sudden your children are in some kind of a bind, and you want to be able to help them. There's many ways for you to be able to use it.
Hey, Grandpa just recently did one where he wanted to buy his daughter, not grandfather, his daughter, a motorcycle. Come on, let's be, it's bucket list. Let's check things off.
Now,
have some fun.
The book is called Reverse Mortgage 360. It's a new perspective on these, and our number here is 602-277-5369, and toll free it's 1-866-536-1100. You got to check out the website, because you can check him out there, Jim out there, which is reversemortgage360.org. You can also call him. You do free consultations all the time. It is all about that consultation with Jim, because it's all about your story. Because it doesn't fit for everybody in the same way. It's a different box, it's a different circle, correct?
Correct. It's not a cookie cutter. So what is it? What do you need? What do you want? How can this be possibly structured to best fit what your needs and goals are, to ensure peace of mind and quality of life for your retirement?
You can call him at 928-225-7418, or call me. I'll get you in the book. Everybody gets the book.
The book is $17.95 on Amazon, but today we slipped, Carol. It's free.
It's free.
Call.
You can call me here at 602-277-5369, and toll free it's 1-866-536-1100. I believe that everybody out there, especially in the times that we're living right now, should look into these products, things like this that we're listening to here on the show, because you never know what you think was probably isn't.
Correct. And let's go into a new subject matter in this, if we have time.
We do.
Okay. Again, with the rates being so low, there's been over 1 million reverse mortgages done since their inception in 1989. When was the last time you reviewed it? If you have an existing reverse mortgage, please call me, because this is hot guidelines, it has to be to the homeowner's benefit in order to refinance it. So if you have a mortgage and you just call up anybody right now and you want to refinance your traditional mortgage, you can do that. Not so with a reverse mortgage. There has to be benefit to the homeowner. So it's like, if you've had a reverse mortgage for over a year, oh my gosh, call me and let's just take a look and do an analysis to see if it's beneficial to refinance it.
And please call Jim. Don't try and just go to anybody, because he's a specialist in his area, and believe me, he wrote the book on it. So, and the book is called Reverse Mortgage 360. It's a new perspective. That's a second opinion. He does a free consultation with you, and it doesn't hurt to talk and find out where do you stand. It's all about that. The number here is 602-277-5369. Toll free it's 1-866-536-1100. You can get it at Amazon for like $17, but you can call in here and get it for free. 602-277-5369, and check it out. So we're going to continue talking, okay, and just sort of kind of go into some of the reasons why, other reasons why people want to use it other than just peace of mind. What are some of the things that, when people call you and talk to you, do you have stories that you might want to, talk a little bit about?
Think about in today's world, there was a study done, and over 90% of the people want to age in place. So it's like, as we say, everybody wants to go to heaven, nobody wants to die. And how long is that? We don't know. Nobody knows if we're going to have dinner tonight. So it's like, but everybody wants to age in place, and the people have said, oh, I'm gonna just sell my house. Well, if you sell your home and go to an apartment, what do you know? It's rent. I guarantee one thing, it's going to increase. You know, I have, I know a couple comes to mind, and living in, gosh, it was $1.5 million home in Scottsdale, and they've done a reverse mortgage with me, and right now for under $500 a month, they're living in that home.
I
Happy
would ask you,
retirement, right?
When you talk about home, people that live in a condo, is that considered or no?
Condos and manufactured homes may be eligible if they're in FHA, condos, FHA approved.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's a possibility, yes. In manufactured homes, they have to be affixed to the ground and FHA
So it
approved
has to
and
be
that,
fixed
so-
to the ground, cause my brother, who is, I wanted him to get one, but he bought a boat. And I thought, I don't know whether he decided to buy a boat, live on a boat a few
Nope.
years ago, so that
Wow,
doesn't.
good
I
for
know.
him. That's
Yeah.
creative.
Yeah, it was different, I never expected it, came out of the blue, you know?
So
But-
if you have a home and you wanna do the bucket list, you could take your home and take the money out and buy a boat
Buy a
or
boat,
buy an
have
RV or.
But have the home in case you don't like the rocking of the boat, you know? But I was wondering, because I know he was somebody that I think could use one, but I don't know whether or not he would because of that situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fascinating because, like I said, I've never, until a few months ago, literally started to talk and incorporate the rates
Yeah,
into my
because of the rates,
conversation.
yeah.
And right now, it's very much worth taking a look to see if it's worth refinancing,
Okay,
so.
and I
yeah.
think also the people that, I'm just looking at some of the different, if you want me to bring up something in
Anything.
here, okay.
Yeah. Myths and misconceptions, there's a big one.
Okay.
It's seemingly the same thing for the last couple of years, it's the big one.
Yeah, well, everybody wants to know that they still own their home.
Yeah,
That's the biggest thing. They
Yes.
still can't get it.
right,
I don't understand what
Right.
that is. I think it's just the fear, again, it's the fear of the unknown after, if they haven't talked to somebody. They're talking to their neighbor more than they are gonna talk to you, or they look online and they get the wrong information. We'll talk about that when we get back.
okay, I like that.
Okay?
Yeah.
I think so much anymore with technology is that the real benefit, you know, watch what the masses do and do the opposite. It's like being able to talk in person, meet in person, talk, you know, that's to me the secret sauce right now.
Right. We should talk about that, how you're working with people, because a lot of people still are having that fear. And especially right now with the riots and everything that's going on, of everyone getting together with no masks.
Mm-hmm.
What are we gonna find out in 3 weeks from now,
Mhm.
right? Here we go. So we're back and we're talking with Jim Hostler, and he is a reverse mortgage specialist, but he has been doing this forever as far as I know. Also, this is all he does, and he wrote the book, Reverse Mortgage 360. It's a new perspective on them, and they're completely different. Anyone that has been on the fence with them really, really, really needs to just give Jim a call and have that free consultation to find out really what they're all about. When we were at the break, we were talking a little bit about right now how so many people out there are concerned with everything that's going on. We've been in our homes, taking care of ourselves, keeping away from anybody. Now all of a sudden we've got everybody out there that's together again, not wearing masks and wondering what's going to happen. How are you working with your clients? I mean, I know that, you know, being together and getting and talking to them one-on-one is what you call the secret sauce.
That's what Jim loves to do, but I'm being extremely mindful with that. I met a couple this morning, and, you know, I think it's being mindful. I will honor everybody's wishes. If you want to talk to me on the phone, if you want to dial into a Zoom, I can do that. We can video chat. If you want to meet in your home, beginning yesterday, I'll do that. Being mindful, keep your distance, and we're okay.
Right.
You know, so.
But you know what, everybody, we all have to move forward, no
Mhm.
matter what. we have to move forward, we're gonna be safe, we're gonna be careful. But having that conversation right away, just to talk to him about it, just starts with a phone call anyway.
That's
So-
what starts, always starts there.
It starts there. So the number to call him direct is 928-225-7418. We've got our lines open here for everyone that's calling in is going to get the book, Reverse Mortgage 360. It's a new perspective. You can get it at Amazon for $17.99 or whatever it is, but it is free here. And I know we're getting our calls, but if you call and it's busy, just keep on calling. Our number here is 602-277-5369. Toll free, it's 1-866-536-1100. Check him out on his website. He is all about helping you with these. It's reversemortgage360.org. Jim, also you wanted to talk a little bit about some of the myths. And before you came, we started talking about that. I said, people still think that they don't own their home. Why can't they get over this? The fact that they, listen up everyone, you're gonna hear it from the king of reverse mortgages. Tell them.
It's been around for 31 years, and it's an old dogma that just refuses to die. You always, always, always own your home. You have a lien against it like you do with any mortgage. And at the time you sell your home, then you have to pay off the mortgage. But you always own your home.
And when you pay it off, here's the thing with it. You learn through Jim, also I'm sure, that what you're going to do with it. It's what you're going to do with it. You want to have it for peace of mind. You want to use it for what you want, but you also have to know and keep that in the back of your head that you have to pay it back, right?
Yes.
Just like you do anything.
There's no free lunch. And the beautiful thing about this is that if someone right now listening called up and said, I absolutely have to have a reverse mortgage, I'm going to say no. Because you have to consult with me. You have to be educated. And then if you think that's a good thing at that point, you have to call a HUD counselor and get counseling. That has to occur, and I've got to have that document before I can turn your loan on. So it's like there's a whole educational process for that to occur. And in part of that, we're going to discuss what the equity in your home looks like at whatever age you are, say 62, out to age 100. And if 2008 comes back around to visit us, what happens then? By the way, it's FHA insured. The federal government insures the loan. You pay for that, like any other governmental loan, but it's insured. So if you have a line of credit and 2008 comes back around and the value goes below what that line of credit is, write the check. The money's guaranteed to come to you, regardless of the value of your home.
You can call him direct. His number is 928-225-7418. Call in here. He wants everybody to have the book. Our number here is 602-277-5369, and toll free it's 1-866-536-1100. We're going to talk a little bit about the rates, because before we go, you said you never ever talk about them, but now you are. Go ahead.
There's three things that go into it. It's like generally when you purchase a home under a traditional mortgage, you come up and say, I have 5, 10, 20% down. Not how it works with a reverse mortgage. A reverse mortgage takes into account the age of the borrowers, the value of the home, and the interest rate. So values are up. If people are older, they get more equity. And then if the interest rates are down, they get more equity. Right now, home values are up. They're great. And the interest rates are at historic lows. So those two factors mean that you will get more equity out of your home.
It's the perfect storm.
Absolutely.
Right now
in
is
31 years, it's never been better.
Now you can call in here and get the book, 602-277-5369, and toll free it's 1-866-536-1100. Also, if you already have a reverse mortgage, please call and talk to Jim, because Jim says you'll do a second opinion on these things. Because why?
To see if it's beneficial, if it's worth refinancing. And there has to be, by federal law, a definitive benefits to the homeowner in order for them to be able to refinance a reverse mortgage.
What are some of the things that they need to think about before they even do it? What is it that when typical conversation, when you talk to them on the phone, what's that look like?
There is no typical. It's like, what's up for you? Are you concerned? Because I had one couple call me and say, are we ready to close, because they were shutting off their water, they didn't have any money. I've had people that want to do it for peace of mind, and I've had people that want to do it to pay off mortgages. Sadly, I've collected too many death certificates, to like your parents' situation, where one spouse dies, and you have at that point not only the stress of loss of a loved one, the financial stress doesn't stop. So again, that's why it's critical, please, as a couple, talk to me now, so it's seamless when the event happens.
It was seamless for us when we did it. It was my dad did it, and he did it for him. You are doing this for you. You have to understand it. It is something that you might need. You can use it for the kids, right? I think that's what people are worried about the most. What's going to happen with my kids if this happens too? What is going to happen? How are they going to pay it back? I guess is what they think.
At the time when if it's a couple, when it's no longer the primary residence of the last couple, then that loan, you have up to 1 year, and the loan has to be paid.
Right.
How does that work? Is the child going to come in and buy the home? Is it going to be sold? So
most of the time, and that's what happens. I mean, we've sold my dad's home.
Yeah.
The money was already in the bank because he didn't touch it, so it was already there.
And so what happens if you have cash in the bank versus a loan? Right now, you're getting a lot more money in your bank probably than you are paying the interest. So.
And it all starts with that phone call, is what he said.
Yeah, and I'm also happy if it's a trusted friend, if it's a financial advisor, if it's an attorney, whomever. I love to collaborate. Let's sit down and talk about it. If it's your kids, it doesn't matter.
And that's what we're trying to remember what I said. A lot of people today will listen to their friends about these things. They'll go talk to Dr. Google, right? And they go up there and they see some wrong information, and you get this bad taste in your mouth about something that you don't even know could be perfect for you. And the only way you're going to find out is by talking to someone like Jim. You do this strictly only reverse mortgages. You are a specialist in this area. You are the seniors advocate out there. What are your final words for today? We've got a couple of minutes that I want to get out everything we want to talk about.
It's just to be open, because there have been a lot of changes beginning in 2013. Conversation's free, there is no commitment, but again, we're beating a dead horse here, so to speak, but it's like, it is so much better to be proactive in retirement than it is to have to react.
This morning I was thinking about you, and I was also thinking about me, because I turned 62 next month. And I was thinking, oh my God, I get to be, if I want to get my Social Security. And then I started to think, well, what happens if I don't? Because we don't know what's going on with that.
Right.
This can take place of having you knowing that you have that money right there, right?
So seek the advice of a financial advisor. My understanding is every year you wait for Social Security, you get 8% more for life. So that's a lot of difference in money between 62 and 70. You could possibly take out a reverse mortgage from age 62 until age 70 and then stop the monthly payment and pick it up with Social Security.
Right now, so many people are on board with these, and financial advisors especially. My dad's financial advisor said, let's look into it, and it turned out to be the perfect thing. It starts with that conversation. It's a free, no obligation consultation with Jim. Please talk to Jim. He is a specialist in this area. He wrote the book on it, and it's the easiest book to read. He broke it down. You don't have to read the whole thing. You can go right into it, look and see exactly what it is that you're looking to find out the information on, and you'll find it there. You don't have to pay $17.99 on Amazon. You can call in here and get it for free. Our number here is 602-277-5369. Toll free, it's 1-866-536-1100. Check him out. It's reversemortgage360.org.
I want to call her because she does such a good job.
Thank you.